Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. For today's presentation, our group will be discussing the topic consumer decision-making process in purchasing halal food in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nuzalika Akila binti Zamrizal. Today our group will present about consumer decision making process in purchasing halal food in Malaysia. This topic is important especially in our multicultural country like Malaysia. In Malaysia, halal food is not only about religion but also safety, hygiene, quality and consumer trust. According to the consumer decision-making model, there are 5 stages. First one is problem recognition. Second is information search. Third is evaluation of alternative. Fourth is purchase decision. And last is post-purchase behavior. My team members will explain each stage of consumer decision-making model in detail into the next slide. The Halal logo by Jakim is internationally recognized and influences purchasing decisions for both Muslim and non-Muslim consumers. The aim of our presentation is explain the importance of purchasing halal food in Malaysia, evaluate the key of halal consumer decision-making process, factors that influence the decision to purchase halal food, issues and challenges in choosing halal food in Malaysia for Muslim and non-Muslim. Next is I will tell you about the definition of halal food in Malaysia. Halal is an Arabic term meaning permissible, lawful and allowed according to Islamic law. In food context, halal means ingredient must not contain prohibited items like pork and alcohol. Animals must be slaughtered according to Sharia. Food must be clean, safe and hygienic and no cross-contamination with non-halal substance. While Jakim Halal refers to the official halal certification issued by Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, Jakim is responsible for evaluating halal application, auditing factories and food premises, ensuring compliance, issuing the official halal logo and monitoring halal certificate fraud. For now, Jakim's halal logo is internationally recognized. This topic examines how consumers make decisions when buying halal food. The meaning of halal and Jakim certification is directly related because halal is a major decision factor for Muslim consumers. Jakim Halal logo is a symbol of trust even though non-Muslim value Jakim Halal. Next, I will pass this presentation to explain about the importance of purchasing halal food in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Balkis Ayuni binti Asmi and today I will be talking about the importance of halal, especially in our daily life. We often hear the word halal, but do we truly understand how important this concept is, especially for Muslims? Firstly, halal is a religious obligation. Choosing halal means we are following the commandments of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Halal is not only about what we eat, but also how a product is prepared, from the ingredients to the processing method. By choosing halal, we protect our faith and show obedience to Islamic teachings. Secondly, halal ensures cleanliness and health. Every halal product must be clean, safe and free from harmful substances. For example, halal food does not contain alcohol, blood or chemical that may harm our body. When we consume halal and clean food, it supports a healthier and stronger body. Thirdly, halal gives confidence to consumers. When a product has a halal logo, Muslim consumers can buy it without doubts. Even non-Muslims trust halal products because they are often processed more cleanly and safely. This makes halal a symbol of integrity and honesty in a business. Halal also brings economic benefits. The halal industry is growing rapidly worldwide, including in Malaysia. Businesses with halal certification can enter international markets and attract more customers. This proves that halal is also not about religion, but also about economic growth and national development. In conclusion, the halal concept plays an important role in building a life that is clean, healthy, and blessed. As consumers, we must always be aware and ensure that everything we eat, use, and do is halal. Halal is just not a logo, it's a way of life that reflects our faith and responsibility to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Nurul Ain. Today I will be explaining the halal consumer decision making process, which consists of five main stages. This process shows how Muslim consumers make decisions when choosing halal food product or restaurant. The first stage is problem recognition. This is when consumers start to realize the need to ensure that the food they want to buy is truly halal. Usually, this happens when they feel doubtful or when they need to decide on their daily food choices. For example, when trying a new brand or going to a new restaurant, consumer might question whether the food is halal. This stage is strongly influenced by religious obligation and trust on concern. Muslims want to avoid doubtful or non-halal items, so this becomes the trigger for the next step. The second stage is information research. At this point, consumers begin to search for halal information to confirm their choice. They may check the Jakim Halal logo on product packaging or at restaurant premise. Look for information on social media, online review, family or friend recommendations, or refer to official halal websites or apps like the Halal Malaysia app to verify the status of a product. This step helps consumers gain confidence before making any decisions. The third stage is evaluation of alternative. Here, consumers compare different products or restaurants. They look at halal certification, price, quality, and the reputation of the brand or restaurant. Consumers also pay attention to customer reviews or feedback. After comparing, they will choose the option that provides the highest halal assurance and fits their expectation. The fourth stage is purchase decision. At this point, consumers make their final choice. Their decision is influenced by several factors such as the presence of halal logo, brand trust, price, and convenience. If there are many halal certified options available, it becomes easier to choose. Consumers will usually select the product or restaurant that give them the strongest halal confidence. The final stage is post-purchase evaluation. After buying and consuming the food, consumers reflect on whether the food meets their expectations. They evaluate based on taste, quality, and halal credibility. If they have a positive experience, they are more likely to repeat their purchase and become loyal customers. However, if the experience is negative, they may start to feel doubtful and decide to switch to other halal brand or outlet. So, in conclusion, the halal consumer decision-making process shows how important halal assurance is for Muslim consumers. Every stage, from recognizing doubt until after purchase, helps them to make safe, confident, and responsible choices in line with their religious belief. So, that's all from my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nohairunisa Natimang Supri. So I continue for the next topic, which is the factors that influence the decision to purchase halal food. First point for factors that influence the decision to purchase halal food is religiosity, faith and religious obedience. Religiosity represents the basic factors that influence the decision to purchase halal food, especially among a Muslim. It implies the level at which an individual adheres or the obedience to the Islamic teaching, and it places religious value in daily life or food selection. Highly religious consumer will make halal aspect a priority rather than an option. This is evident from the fact that they consider consuming halal food as part of a spiritual responsibility and worship. For example, a very religiously conscious Muslim will be willing to pay the higher price at the restaurant with a Jakim halal certificate than to eat in the place where its halal status is questionable. So next, let's look at the knowledge and awareness of halal foods. Knowledge refers to how well a person understands the concept of halal and haram, including the preparation process, ingredient use, and halal certificate standard. Awareness, on the other hand, means behind sensitive and concerned about the importance of choosing halal food. Consumers who have high level of knowledge and awareness are usually more halal and haram, including the preparation process, ingredient use, and halal certificate standard. Awareness, on the other hand, means behind sensitive and concerned about the importance of choosing halal food. Consumers who have high level of knowledge and awareness are usually more careful in making their food choice, and they are not easily influenced by factors such as price or promotion. For instance, Muslim teenagers who have enjoyed halal awareness course or camping are more likely to select food product with an official halal label, even if other options are cheaper but uncertain. Lastly is consumer attitude toward halal food. Attitude refers to how a person evaluate a product, whether positively or negatively, and this case, it's their evolution toward halal food. Even consumers have good experience, enough knowledge, and strong belief in halal principle, they to adopt a positive attitude. This positive attitude usually lead to repeat purchases and greater support for halal product. For example, a consumer who feels satisfied after buying halal product from brand like Nestle Halal or Ramly will be more confident and loyal to that brand and more likely to buy it again.
Right now, I will explain about issue in food selection in Malaysia. First is halal integrity issue. Some manufacturers use their own self-designed halal logos or adopt logos from foreigner bodies that are not listed under JAKIM's official recognized authorities. This causes confusion among Muslim consumers and may lead to consuming products that contain non-halal ingredients such as pork-based gelatin, alcohol, or non-halal enzymes. Using fake halal logos in an offense under the Trade Descriptions Act 2011, and companies can face several penalties. Therefore, consumers are encouraged to verify halal status through the Halal Malaysia portal or the Verify Halal app to ensure that our food is truly halal and tayyiban. Secondly is tayyib awareness issue. Many consumers rely only on the halal logo but forget that Islam also requires food to be tayyib, meaning clean, safe, and beneficial. Allah reminds us in Surah Al-Baqarah 168 to eat what is halal and good. This shows that halal alone is not enough without proper quality and safety. The lack of awareness of tayyib is linked to poor compliance with GMP and GHP in the food industry. Even when ingredients are halal, problems like dirty food handling, unsafe storage, reused cooking oil, or excessive additives can make the food no longer tayyib. In short, strengthening tayyib awareness and ensuring GMP and GHP practice are essential for truly halal, safe and trustworthy food. Lastly is digital issue and social media. First, social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and WhatsApp have become major source of information for consumers. However, there are also common channels for misinformation about halal status. Many viral videos and forwarded messages are not verified, leading to confusions. Users often share content without doing proper tabayun or checking through official sources like Jaki. Second, digital marketing and influencers play a strong role in shaping food choices. Viral products are frequently promoted without valid halal certifications, and some use vague terms like halal friendly to attract buyers. This causes consumers to make decisions based on trends rather than real-world evidence. In conclusion, social media can be helpful, but it must be used carefully. Islam emphasizes verification in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 6, and instructs us to consume what is halal and good in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 168. Therefore, always check halal information through official Jakim platforms before believing viral content.
My name is Emmanuel Najabenti Ahmad Rosli, and now I will present the main challenge faced by consumer in the decision-making process when purchasing halal food in Malaysia. The first challenge is misuse and mislabeling of halal logos. Some businesses display fake expired or unverified halal symbol. This creates confusion for consumers, especially during the information search and evaluation stage. When the halal logo cannot be trusted, consumers become uncertain and take longer to make a decision. The second challenge is the lack of consumer awareness. Many people do not know how to verify halal certification through Jakim Halal Malaysia portal. So some do not understand ingredient names, especially scientific terms such as stabilizer, emulsifiers or e-numbers, and this make the evaluation of alternative more difficult and consumer risk choosing shubhah products. And the next challenge is the limited availability and accessibility of halal food in certain locations, such as non-Muslim majority areas, tourist spots, or rural regions. When options are limited, consumers may feel pressure to compromise even though they prefer certified halal food. This affects the purchasing stage directly because consumers cannot always access the product that meet their religious requirements. Price is also a challenge in the decision-making process. Some halal certified products are more expensive due to certification, quality control, and supply chain management. Low-income consumers may choose cheaper alternatives without halal certification. Even though they prefer halal products, this directly influences their purchase decision, especially when budget becomes a priority over certification. Another challenge is the influence of marketing and social media trends. Consumers, especially younger ones, may be attracted to viral foods or trending brands without checking their halal status. This weakens careful evaluation and may lead to impulsive buying decisions that ignore halal verification.
For the case study, we have prepared 3 case study about the topic. The first one is Muslim decision-making style and religiosity on intention to purchasing certified halal food. Second is consumer decision-making process in shop. Number 3 is effect of halal food knowledge and trust on Muslim consumer purchase behavior of shubha semi-processed food product. So, my team members will explain for each case study. Today, I will present a summary of a research case study titled Impact of Muslim Decision-Making Style and Religiosity on Intention to Purchase Halal Food. The purpose of this study is to examine how Muslim consumer decision-making style, or MCDMS, and religiosity influence their intention to buy halal certified food. The researchers also aim to understand whether religiosity strengthens the relationship between decision-making style and halal buying intention. This study collected data from 396 Muslim respondents in Indonesia through an online survey. The researchers used factor analysis and regression to test the hypothesis. So I will pass to my friend to continue.
So the next is the findings reveal several important results. First, Muslim decision-making style consists of 10 dimensions, and halal consciousness is identified as the most important dimension. Next, the study found that perfectionists or high-quality conscious consumers, as well as price-conscious consumers, show a negative intention to buy halal-certified food. However, halal-conscious consumers and recreational or hedonic consumers have a positive intention to purchase halal food. The study also shows that Religious Day has a strong positive effect on halal purchasing intentions. Most importantly, Religious Day positively moderates the effect of perfectionist and price-conscious styles, meaning that highly religious consumers are more likely to choose halal food even if they are picky or sensitive to price.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Today I will present one of the short summary of a study on consumer decision making in halal food shopping. The purpose of this study is to understand how Muslim consumers evaluate halal food before purchasing. It also aims to identify what type of assurance consumers look for, whether from the premise, the product, or the halal certifications. First, we found that religion strongly influences halal perception. Muslim consumers show the highest concern for the halal logo and for ingredients. Interestingly, consumers who pay attention to the halal logo also show strong concern for ingredients, showing a 99% confidence level correlation. This means Muslim consumers have a high need for trust and assurance. Second, we discovered that Muslims mainly look for halal assurance in three key areas. First one is halal status of the business premise. Second, halal compliance of the product, including its ingredient and processing. And the third is environmental assurance, such as the halal logo, cleanliness, and packaging. I will pass to the next presenter.
So, I continue for the case study. Number 3, issue and challenges. However, there are several challenges. There is inconsistency in halal definition, especially its slaughtering standard. Some businesses use Arabic names or Quranic verses which can mislead consumer, and there are delay in halal certificate due to the limited resources. Number 4 is consumer behavior. We also found the consumer do not rely solely on the halal logo. They consider multiple factors such as ingredient, premise, cleanliness, and brand reputation. Lastly is conclusion. In conclusion, religion play an important role in shaping halal awareness and purchase decision. The halal logo and ingredient are the strongest indicator of insurance. Overall, trust in the key factors influencing how Muslim consumers choose halal foods. So, that's all from my part. I move to next presenter. Thank you.
Now, I will be presenting a case study titled Effect of Halal Food Knowledge and Trust on Muslim Consumer Purchase Behavior of Shubha Semi-Processed Food Products. Okay, this study explores how knowledge and trust influence Muslims when purchasing products that may contain uncertain or doubtful halal status. The study aims to achieve two main objectives. First is to examine whether halal food knowledge increases consumer confidence when selecting semi-processed products, And the second one is to understand the factor that shape Muslim consumers' willingness or reluctance to buy food products that may contain questionable or unclear halal status. So what is the key finding? First is, the study found that halal knowledge plays a key role in shaping consumer awareness. Knowledge helps consumers evaluate ingredients and certification. It also affects purchasing behavior indirectly through trust. And lastly, misuse of halal logos reduce consumer trust. So there is a consumer behavior insight, which is consumer prefer product with clear halal certification. Lack of knowledge may lead to purchasing shubha products.
So I will continue on this. From this case study, we can see several key challenges related to halal food knowledge and consumer trust. The first challenge is the presence of fake or misleading halal label. Some products claim to be halal, but the certification is not verified or not from authentic authority. This creates confusion and increases the risk of consumer accidentally buying shubha products. The second challenge is low awareness about how to verify halal certification, especially checking official halal logo. Many consumers rely on packaging design or assumptions instead of checking the real certification. Another challenge is the over-reliance on brand reputation. Some people trust product simply because it is well known, without checking whether the halal status is genuine. This makes consumers more vulnerable to misleading claims. Based on these challenges, the study highlights several important implications. Firstly, there is a strong need for a better halal education among consumers. People must be taught how to read halal labels, how to verify the certification, and how to identify shubha products. Secondly, both the government and the food industry have a responsibility to build and maintain consumer trust. This included strict monitoring, clear labeling, and transparent processes to ensure that the halal status of a product is as trustworthy. Overall, these implications shows that maintaining halal integrity requires joint effort from consumers, companies, and authorities. In conclusion, the study shows that halal knowledge plays a major role in shaping consumer trust, and trust directly influences purchasing behavior. When consumers have a strong knowledge, they are more confident and less likely to buy shubha, semi-processed food products. Trust is also essential in reducing the risk of consumer products that may not be truly halal. Therefore, improving halal awareness and strengthening trust are both crucial in guiding Muslim consumers toward safer and more responsible choices.
In conclusion, halal decisions are based on Islamic principle and ethic. Each stage of purchasing reflects faith-based choices, and halal represents purity, safety, and moral responsibility. It also strengthens halal consumerism through education, enforcement, and collaboration. It also ensures transparent and authentic halal information and support Malaysia as a global halal hub. And choosing halal is an act of faith that builds moral and spiritual well-being. Thank you.